Hey guys, Level Who here with my first official Battlefield 4 guide to the Scout Helicopter. The Scout Helicopter is an absolute beast when you have everything unlocked, and it's still pretty awesome even without all the unlocks. So let's get right to it. Starting off, you'll have the miniguns and gyro stabilizer. You'll unlock heat seekers pretty quickly, and with those three, you'll have a very versatile loadout until you unlock the 25mm gun pods. But starting with the miniguns, the Predictive Cross here is actually fairly accurate as long as you aren't giving the helicopter any throttle up. When you're starting out, I recommend lining up your attack runs and then letting the helicopter drift down to give you the highest accuracy. I also recommend burst firing until you start getting solid hit markers so that your guns don't overheat. And just remember, like any other gun, you'll need to lead your target if he's on the run. Don't be afraid to use the test range to practice your accuracy. When you are starting off, I suggest playing on 32-man servers instead of 64-man servers. The 64-man can be intimidating with the large number of Stinger and Igloo locks. Once you start feeling accurate with your gliding shot, you can start shooting while throttling up. If you are moving forwards, the bottom hash of the predictive sight, that is, the floating crosshair, is fairly accurate as a reference to point and aim your miniguns. The same reference can be used for the 25mm gun pods, but I'll cover those in a bit. If you are flying forwards and circling, sometimes called a circle strafe, the shots line up at the bottom corners of what would be a rectangle if you drew a box around the floating crosshair. One final thought on the miniguns, they only damage infantry, jeeps, aircraft, and boats, so lavs and tanks don't take damage like they did in Battlefield 3. And as a side note, they absolutely shred aircraft and jeeps. Jeeps especially are like a gold mine of points when I see them on the minimap. Now, once you've unlocked the heat seekers, you can really start to rule the air. In Battlefield 3, I recommended staggering your missiles. That's still an okay tactic, but not only does that seem to be bugged for scout helicopters, I actually recommend taking on enemy helicopters a bit differently. The best tactic I've found is to rush in exceptionally close. The speed of the scout helicopters, combined with different aspects of the main gun, make rushing in relatively safe. If the other pilot doesn't see you, go ahead and get top position. But if you're spotted, I like to fly underneath and then spin around while I'm directly underneath the enemy helicopter, and then throttle up. Once I'm within about 100 meters from the helicopter, I let both heat seekers fly. Most pilots can't react fast enough to counter the missiles, and when they hit, the other helicopter is disabled and can't maneuver at all. At this point, they're sitting ducks for your miniguns. As you get more used to maneuvering the helicopter, don't get greedy. The kills will add up over the course of a round. If you have to play back and play cautiously, don't worry. Try to use buildings for covers to hide from Stinger missiles. Well, that'll get you started for now. Check back later when I'll continue this guide and talk about all the other perks, including tips to get extra 25mm gun pod ammo, as well as alternative loadouts. Plus, I'll have some veteran tactics taken straight from competition. I'll also have guides to all the vehicles, as well as my quick tip series coming soon. And don't forget, if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button below for more, and if you're not already there, you can check out my personal channel linked in the description below. Until next time.
Shut your whore mouth!
Shut your whore mouth.
I told that to the commander, by the way.
Ba bam bam ba dam bam.